Today, we will be delving into the wonderful world of German Expressionism. So sit back, relax, and let me take care of the expressing. To begin with, ask yourself, what is Expressionism? Well, definitively, Expressionism is a philosophical and artistic movement in which artists express subjective emotions over objective reality. Let's just break this down. What is it to express subjective emotions over objective reality? If we look at The Scream by Edvard Munch, the painting shows a figure with an agonized expression, which is indicated by the distorted nature of the entire painting. Now, a more immediate progenitor of German Expressionism was the German experience of the First World War. But what were the exact influences? The banning of foreign art, wartime isolation, and post-war existentialism led to a unique German variant of Expressionism that influenced dance, art, sculpture, and architecture. Essentially, the war provided a hotbed for emotion. The anguish of the war, and then losing it, led to the exploration of concepts such as insanity, chaos, death, fear, and betrayal by German artists. How does this tie into films, you ask? Well, precisely. The most famous and pertinent artistic form of German Expressionism would manifest itself in films. This relatively new art form incorporated small budgets, non-realistic settings, geometrically absurd angles, and extreme distortions to showcase an inner emotional reality over the superficial.
Now, let's metaphorically put a name to a face. What is an example of a German Expressionist film? Famous works include Nosferatu. Directed by F.W. Murnau, the eerie horror film is an adaptation of the famous Dracula. Another example is Metropolis, a highly influential science fiction drama which explores a utopian society masking a bleak underworld infiltrated with mistreated workers. Here, its director, Fritz Lang, implicitly relates this to German contemporary society in a post-war setting. Now, take the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari as our prime example. Considered a landmark and quintessential work of German Expressionism, the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari is a widely recognised critique of the post-war world and exposes its brutality through realism. The employed twisted structures and landscapes throughout the film emphasise the fear and pain German people encountered on a daily basis. Released in 1920, the director, Robert Wiener, also uses characterisation of a central protagonist, Cesare, in order to epitomise the innocence of contemporary soldiers. Everyday Germans could relate to this vulnerability, hence the film's popularity.